Thought I changed the title, but I did not.
I can't see the title. So.
It was still watch along, but
Oh.
well. People can think we're gonna watch along. That's fine. We're not gonna watch along. Oh, how are you doing this morning?
All right. I feel breathy. I have ran lung twice.
Yeah. The fact that you've done this workout twice, and it hasn't even been out 24 hours is kind of ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I just don't do it with a 35-pound bar, I guess.
Yeah, the first one was a mulligan. Mahmoud just wanted to give it a feel. It wasn't full effort.
That's not true.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that. Oh boy. I mean, you improved, which is good.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it at all. I wanted to quit in every rep.
I'm sure. I definitely mentally, I don't know if I could run that back like 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start with something, and you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But I need to find. Here we go. Yep. Okay. Give me one moment. Okay. This is what we're gonna start with, Mahmoud. Because
I know you were gonna go there.
Because I have spent a little bit too much time on the internet this morning and last night after I got home from the rodeo while I was working. And we have no live watchers right now, and that's okay. But I hope people watch this and see this. And I hope this learns people up something. So I'm going to preface this with, I miss the open of old just as much as everybody else. I miss the gated workouts that ended at 315, 225, or 205 cleans. I miss seeing the 265 snatches, the deadlift weights that went up to 365, the what else? 30 ring muscle ups. I mean, there was 20 in this one, so that was fine. But like the handstand walking, I miss all that. I get it. It's what we started with. Okay? But that's gone. It's dead. Okay? It's gone. It's not coming back. Just let it go. Just let it go. This is CrossFit's pyramid of work capacity. Hierarchy of athletic development. The base is nutrition. We're not going to talk about that right now. Mahmoud, what's the second rung on this pyramid?
Metabolic conditioning.
Metabolic freaking conditioning. And then gymnastics, weightlifting and throwing, and sport. Now, Mahmoud, we're going to pretend that we're Dave Castro. And we have the open that is just highly criticized no matter what, right? It's too hard, it's too heavy, it's too high skill, it's too light, it's not heavy enough. Everybody's got an opinion. And it's the annual check-in for the community's fitness, and it's the first stage of the season. And you have this really awesome stage that comes after called quarterfinals, right? So if we know what Dave's operating model is for the hierarchical development of an athlete, nutrition, metabolic conditioning, gymnastics, weightlifting, throwing, and sport. And then we have the second stage that a quarter of the field moves on to. What do we think he's going to air this broad and inclusive first wave of the testing to?
Metabolic conditioning.
Metabolic freaking conditioning. Hey, you've done this workout twice.
Mm-hmm.
What does it test?
Metabolic conditioning.
Metabolic fucking conditioning. I do not understand what is so difficult for people to wrap their head around with this. And I'm sorry, if you cannot make the top 25%, if you are a competitor or an aspiring competitor, or even somebody who's just looking to improve your performance, according to CrossFit's definition, metabolic conditioning is the first thing you should be getting right. If you do not have the metabolic conditioning to get through in the top 25% in any 3 workouts that they pick for the open that are skewed toward metabolic conditioning, you are not fit enough. You don't need it to be heavier. You need to get fitter. Sorry about you. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings this morning, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just get over it. And
Who
get
stepped on
fitter.
your toes yesterday?
It's just I spent way too much time on Instagram last night in between rodeo events, and the thing that irritates me with this is I agree with everybody who is saying I'd like it to be heavier. I'd like it to be more skilled. I agree with you. I miss that too. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But can we not just use a little deductive reasoning and look at the structure of the season, the parameters of the open, and CrossFit's definition of the hierarchy and development of an athlete, and just come to the reasonable conclusion that we just need to get over it because it ain't happening. And stop complaining about everything. Goodness.
I already agree with that. My philosophy is whatever workout you're served, figure it out.
It's just like, golly, guys. And it's the same people over and over. They always find a way to have something to say about it. And it's also, it would be flipped if it was the other way around. If it was heavier, the other 10% of the other crowd would be like, oh my God, it's too heavy. And then this year it's the opposite way. It's not heavy enough. And
in all fairness, this year he at least got ring muscle ups in there. There's
thank the Lord.
You earned the strength. Like there were years that were less complicated than this one.
Yes, people who are saying this is the worst open ever, I strongly disagree.
Oh, I disagree completely.
I think the 2022 Open might have been my least favorite Open ever because the first 2 workouts were the exact same thing. You just bent over and stood up as many times as you could, as fast as you could, with the deadlifts and then the dumbbell snatch.
Let's just agree that 22.2 should have never happened.
Yeah, well, that's a conversation for another day. But okay, I just wanted to potentially help people understand why this is the way it is. I'm not saying we got to love it. I'm just saying it's the game you play. It's kind of like paying taxes. Nobody likes it, but you do it, right? Yeah. It's like studying for a test. Nobody likes it, but you got to do it. It's like running intervals in training. Nobody really enjoys like 400-meter repeats or 1K repeats, but god damn, it's good for your fitness, right? 500-meter repeats on the rower. It's just part of it. Just let it go, Louie. Let it go. I feel like the more biased the open is toward metabolic conditioning, the higher the likelihood that quarterfinals will be biased towards gymnastics and weightlifting.
Yeah.
And it will have a obvious decent dose of metabolic conditioning to it, but it's just madness. Anyways, all right. Enough of my fucking rant this morning. Lord have mercy. 26.3. Well, we already alluded. This is a very upfront and aggressive metabolic conditioning test. You, as we've also discussed, have done this workout twice. Drop your questions in the comments, in the chat. What are your thoughts? I would say your first thoughts, but these are technically your second thoughts.
Everybody who goes out hot will not make it as far as they think they can.
Do you think, so I was thinking about this, like kind of trying to give people a general time, like something to think in their brain. I know it's a 16-minute AMRAP, right?
It is.
But I almost feel like you tell people 20-minute AMRAP pace.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the movements are just so taxing. Like, it's just long ranges of motion, basically, in everything, right?
Mhm.
Where it's almost like, yes, 20 minutes is 4 minutes longer than 16. It's a little bit, but it's like if you air that way, you're gonna have a way better shot of finishing the workout with some gas,
Right.
in the car versus you're in another reality after minute 12.
And you need the gas at the end.
Right.
You do need
And
it. Like, I've seen people fall apart on that fourth round of thrusters.
yeah, I mean, and you realistically, like, even if you're not somebody who moves incredibly quickly in rep speed, if you pace it out and you get to minute 14 and you're like, you've got it in you for a hard finish, you can eat up some reps
Yeah.
in 2 minutes, in 90 seconds. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you spend half of that standing around because you're just blown up, right?
I guess like you would have done this workout correctly if you've never had to stand and bend over and just catch your breath.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep moving.
Just steady moving the whole time.
Yeah, like I told you yesterday multiple times, watching Ariel Lowen break the burpees and like put her hands on her knees was alarming for me.
Yeah.
And we agree, like all three of them kind of went out a little too hot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like you see this workout, and for these athletes, you're like, oh, like first impression, you're like, oh, they're gonna finish 16 minutes too long for them.
Yeah, they're like, especially them. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
for them.
I'm gonna hammer this.
Right. So, and then they start working out, and I start looking at the numbers and I start doing the math. I was like, oh, they might not finish at all.
I was texting a friend, and he was like, "Do you think it's finishable?" And I was like, "I don't know." It was before they started.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I hadn't really done the math yet. And then he sent me the total reps to whatever, 288 or whatever, and I was like, no, no, it's not finishable for us. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So like I knew it wasn't gonna be finishable for us, but like. And then, like, as they started working, I was like, okay, so looking at possibly 14 minutes, maybe 15. I was like, oh, it's not going to be close for us.
Well, so Olivia, I think, finished the first set at 3 minutes.
Which set? Like the first
like the first two rounds. The first 2 rounds.
No, she was at, it was exactly at 4.
So 4 minutes. Yeah, you're right. So 4. And then in my head, I was like, okay, if she has a minute of fall off each round, that puts her at 9. And then 14.
Mm-hmm. But it was more than a minute.
But she got into she was on pace through the second set.
Right.
And then she got to the third set and was blown up.
You also got to factor in the adding weight part.
Right. That takes time. Right.
Right. That's about 20 to 30 seconds if you're intentional about it.
Yeah. All right. Let's take it from the top. Some warm-up thoughts. We'll talk about the workout for kind of each tier and then anything else we kind of think of.
So while this workout seems simple enough, so we talked about the first workout that like didn't really need a warm up or didn't really need like a super intentional warm up. You just get your heart rate up. And then the second one needed like a lot of movements. You got to warm up a lot of stuff. You need to feel good in different ways. Here, you need to loosen up your hips very well.
Yeah.
Squatting in a thruster should not be stiff.
Yeah.
You need to loosen up the pressing pattern. And then you need to prime the specific stimulus.
Yeah, I almost think of this one like I think people could omit a super aggressive primer round or primer rounds. Mm-hmm. I think when you do those, you do them really slow. Mm-hmm. Kind of simulating your workout's pace.
Yeah.
And then you do want to get your heart rate up, but I almost think of this one as like a 6 out of effort warm up, and you just want to be, like you said, really loose and really sweaty already. Mm-hmm. Like you want to be aerobically turned on
you need to put those movements together. You can't just do like a
Yes.
set of burpees, walk away, come back. You got to put the movements together.
Yeah. 100%.
And then taper down. You got to like cool down after the warm up for a second.
Yep.
Like give yourself 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes of like, okay, your mindset ready, but like you got to feel that first, like, because it's going to hurt in the workout.
Slightly off topic, but when did it hit you?
The first time, honestly, it hit me after the first set of thrusters.
In the first round?
But after I got to the second round and looked at the time and knew I wasn't going to get that far, I was like, oh, okay, I can calm down now.
Right. I don't need to go this fast.
Then the second time, I knew that like I need to man up, basically, once I finished the first round and felt how fatigued I am. And I still have that. For me, 115 is not light. It's not heavy, but it's not light. And under that amount of fatigue, like the thrusters are going to be an issue for me. So I just knew that like I don't know if I can keep the thrusters in 2 sets anymore. But also, like, in all fairness, I didn't want to do it today. I didn't want to do it again at all. I didn't want to start every round. I thought maybe I could stop. It doesn't matter if I submit a score at all. Like, it doesn't matter at all. So like all that thought.
Going through it, yeah.
Yeah. So I started calming down when I heard 6 minutes left. I was like, you're too deep into it. You're not going to quit.
Yeah.
And also, like, I was faster today. And I knew I was faster, but I was hurting a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is anything you gain, you have to earn in pain.
Yes, this is like there's not a ton of difference in strategies between athletes.
Unless you just wildly mispace your first run.
Right. It's how much pain you want to tolerate.
Yeah, assuming you hold a decent strategy and you're not just a dork and you get 5 minutes in and are totally redlined, you know what I mean? Like just a complete rookie mistake, then it is you have to just be tough.
Yeah.
And stay
like
moving.
I'll give you an example. Today we had an athlete do it in the morning, and he got to the burpees at like 14:45, and that was the burpees of the beginning of the 135. And he started like stepping up, hopping over, and I was like, I need you to start jumping now, because you gotta have to put weight on the bar, and I need you to get one clean.
You gotta go.
He told me I can't. I was like, I don't care. Move.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Like at this point, you can't base yourself anymore. This is a get one out of the line's mouth.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of that's a good segue into the weight changing. I think there's a lot of ways people can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a significant difference between the ways.
I think it's more about whatever way makes you more psychologically comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like you finish those thrusters. I think for me, just as an example, like thrusters generally elevate my heart rate a little bit. With these first 2 bars, I'm an okay thruster-er. It's not my jam, but I will probably change my weights before I start my burpees just to let myself calm down a hair. Right? But I think there's other people who, if you are, obviously just fitter, and thrusters might be your jam, you do those thrusters and then just take a bite out of that next set of burpees, get 4 or 6, and then change your weights.
Yeah.
But I to your point, I think whatever, like as long as it's smooth and efficient, I don't think it really matters. I think it's much more like, where do you want your slight moment of reprieve? And changing weights really isn't that much rest.
No.
It's
Your heart
10 seconds. Yeah, and you're bent over. So it's like, but I think you can play with it a little bit. Like, where would you like to take a second?
It's basically like 3 or 4 extra breaths.
Yeah.
So I like the way that I did it because I needed a little break after the thruster. not that the burpees are scary, but for me, the cleans after will be a problem. So I did one plate after the thruster, did the burpees, one plate after the burpees,
And then started your cleans.
and then started the cleans. So it gave me like a little break everywhere.
Yeah, I like that too. Just if you know, generally the barbell is
Right.
going to be your work, you can change a plate, do your burpees, change a plate, and then start your next set of cleans. I like that.
Yeah.
I might even try that, to be honest.
Again, I don't think any of them saves you time as long as you're intentional. It just what will be the best for your performance and your recovery. That's all.
Yeah, and you don't really want it to take time or save time. You want it to just get done so you can get back to work, regardless of your level. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people have talked about this at this point, and I would hope that this is generally understood. If you can do singles on the power cleans, and obviously this is to the men because men have the 95, but if you have plates that don't bounce, singles the whole way.
I did singles.
Were the plates super bouncy? They weren't bad.
No.
Yeah.
Even for the women, some of the women today did singles. It's not that bad. Like, yeah, sure, it's not like dead stop, but like
Right.
it's not going right and left.
Yeah, and I think for the ladies, just because the weights are a little bit lighter for the whole workout, and I think if
Some of them
they
might be able to hold on, but
if you're like a 98%er, you can do 4-4-4.
Yeah, I just would say don't go unbroken still. It's not even about your capacity to do that. Your heart rate will skyrocket.
Yeah.
And you might get through the first 2 rounds, but then on that second 2 rounds, that's when it's gonna like, oh shit, I made a mistake.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened yesterday with the girls.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Right? Like it's the cleans that like they pushed it really touch and go unbroken. There was no room for them to like catch the breath anymore.
I wish I could, because coaches know this, and then especially people who have like exercise science degrees. I wish I could just impart into every athlete's brain the amount of additional like metabolic work you get just from doing an eccentric contraction.
Right.
Like people just don't, like regular athletes, even really good athletes, they just don't, who don't understand that, they don't know the science, they just don't realize like the doubling of the time under tension and the eccentric lengthening of the muscles under load is just, it compounds very quickly, even with lightweight. And the power cleans, it's just a trap. You can't avoid it with the thrusters, right?
No.
So it's like, so you just, I think being really smooth on those power cleans, and then once even the ladies get into the 75, I think you have your plates arranged with whatever you put on to where you can do singles.
And I will say, like, if the games athletes started breaking up their cleans on 75, those girls can clean close to 300.
Well, Olivia certainly.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I mean, no offense to any girl,
Danielle and Ariel aren't necessarily as strong as Olivia, but they're very, very good
strong.
At lightweight. Yeah, like.
They can technically muscle clean that, but they didn't go singles, but they still broke it up, which again, I think for the majority of people, for the 90% of the people, you probably are better off doing singles from the get-go.
Yeah, I agree.
But I will also say, like, as much as you talked about the heart rate, I wish I could also show them that insignificant amount of time they gain by doing touch and go. Right, like it's really not that much time because you're gonna rest right after.
Yeah. I think if you're not a 98% or higher athlete, you break the thrusters at 65, 95.
Yeah.
I think if you're a 98, 99 percentile person, you're fit enough at those weights to probably do that. Right, to just get that done and kind of get you some time. I think outside of that, if you're not a 99% and higher, certainly you start breaking the thrusters in 75.
Yeah.
75, 115.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, if you can, and this is the art of a disciplined rest. It's like if you can just have the discipline to do 7 or 8, drop the bar, 3, 2, 1, squat clean it, and do 4 or 5 more, it's not costing you that much time.
No. And it's saving you later on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by a ton. I mean, we haven't really talked. We haven't got there. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about the thrusters at the 135 bar, 95 bar, because I feel like they're not talking about it because a lot of people aren't going to get there. But I think my general recommendation for most people, I mean, if you're a high level semifinalist or games athlete, talk to your coach and have a plan for those when you get there, because you should definitely get there. But I think everybody else, if you're even 95% and above, you, like when you get to 135, 95, whatever you can do. Like whatever you can do.
Yeah.
Right? Don't do anything stupid and do like 2. But it's like, all right, I'm going to do 4. Do 4.
Yeah.
And then take a deep breath and then get back to work, right? Don't try to be a hero and don't try to amp yourself up for 12 and stand there for 30 seconds.
No.
Right.
Nobody should go unbroken. Again, they didn't go unbroken.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody's going to go unbroken, right? I need to go back and watch the Wadapalooza men. But I don't even think, I know James won the workout at Wadapalooza, but I don't think he even went, I know he didn't finish, but I don't think he finished.
No, he didn't finish.
I don't think he went unbroken.
I didn't watch
at 135. If I had to guess, I don't think he did. He might have, though. Somebody can correct us in the comments if we're wrong, but I need to watch that before we head up to the gym today. But burpees.
I would definitely step up, hop over.
If you jump up a burpee, just stop your workout.
The only acceptable time to jump up a burpee is if you have 30 seconds left and you're trying to get as much.
The only athlete exception, because there are athletes out there who are like this, if you have a local muscle endurance limiter in your triceps and your shoulders a ton, and stepping up your burpees because you're inefficient, like at that movement pattern, is going to destroy your arms early, you could do a little bit of a hop up, but you need to slow it down somewhere else, right, to allow you to keep your heart rate down and slow down the movement again. That's the caveat. That's like the only caveat I could possibly think of. And I know a couple athletes who are like that. Anytime they step up burpees, they're just like, my arms are just cooked.
Yeah.
You do kind of need your arms for this workout, right? You don't want to blow up your triceps and shoulders in the first set.
Yeah.
So
I'll also say, like, if you're unable to pace yourself, think about pausing at the bottom for like half a second.
Half second pause in the bottom. So the way I like to describe that, and I think it is a great idea in this workout, is worm burpees.
Yeah.
It's team worm burpees, basically.
Yeah.
In almost every situation for a team except like a sprint finish or something like that, it's like when you do burpees as a team on the worm, there's usually a half second pause for everybody except the slowest person. And I think that's a great way to think about it. Like, pretend you're doing these burpees. If you've ever done team before, pretend you're doing worm burpees with a team, or just kind of think like that quick half second pause at the bottom.
Yeah.
That being said, when you do that half second pause at the bottom, do not do a Sphinx push up.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Or don't dare like spread your arms on the ground. That's not a half second anymore.
If you spread your arms on the ground, we went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
5-ish minutes.
I've seen it today.
I'm sure. Yeah, we're gonna see wild stuff at the affiliate level. Okay. Talked about burpees. I mean, the burpee pace just should feel like your forever pace.
Yeah, there's no point. Again, you should not need to break your burpees up.
I think, again, this is very much because I think there's going to be big disparity between like 90th percentile and 98th and above percentile on this workout.
Mhm.
This is kind of everybody below the 98th percentile, but I mean, there are situations where this could be beneficial for people up there as well. If you are in the first set or the second set, anywhere in the second set, but especially the first set, and you start to feel yourself getting hot and like starting to get a little redlined, just stop moving. Just stop moving. Like, it's not ideal, no, but if continuing to move is going to blow you up, and just standing there and stopping and taking 5 big deep breaths will help you calm down a little bit, and then you can check yourself and then slow down your movement when you get going again. Do that. Do that. Don't ride the lightning from minute 6 to 16. It's not going to go your way. Right? I have no idea where the percentiles are going to fall on this.
I saw
have
a
no
post
idea.
yesterday. I'm not sure I can trust that, but
Oh, was it the 6-4 training systems or whatever? So they were really spot on with week 1, right? But then they were like way off in week 2, weren't they?
I think they had an updated one for week 2.
Oh, and it was closer?
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I do enjoy it. They put that information out very
Thursday.
fast. They put it out very fast. So I do give them a little bit of a grace.
yeah. They've mentioned that if you are between 180 and 185, you'd be in the 90th percentile.
So 180 is almost finishing.
180 is not doing the second set of thrusters.
Yeah.
On 115. 185 is 5 thrusters in.
Yeah.
Based on what I saw today, I might think that the 90th percentile will be finishing the thrusters and getting 1 burpee on the 135.
Yeah, looking at the scores from the gym this morning, we had some pretty decent guys do it. They already put their score on Sugarwod. I think to be in the 90th percentile, you've got to touch that third set.
Yeah, and I think 95th percentile would be a clean or maybe a few cleans in the 135.
It might be higher than that. It'll be interesting to see because you're going to get a lot more separation.
Well, the problem
there.
is there's going to be there's a block there because of the weight change.
Right.
So a lot of people will finish the burpees and not have time to change the weight.
Whoever buys themselves enough time to change the weight and get a rep.
Yes,
but that's really like 25 seconds ahead of the pace.
Right. So it's like a bottleneck right there.
Right.
I think 98th would be like deep in
touching
the
last round.
I think that's that's 99.
99.
Yeah. I think that the difference is getting bigger at this point.
There will be way more spread, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that the 75th and the 90 are going to be so close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which lends to a great question. Redos.
It's pretty doable, but there's also very little. You got to know what you're going to change.
If you are going to redo this workout, if you think you might redo this workout, video it.
Yeah.
So that you can at least, you don't have to watch every rep, but you can get your splits.
And see the transitions and times.
So then you can build an objective plan to do better the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Going into this workout to redo with your plan being, I'm just going to try harder, is retarded. Do not do that. Do not do that.
Yeah.
So I think it's redoable. I think I think that's fine. But, and especially if somebody's knocking on the door to quarterfinals, right? You got to finish, you got to do what you got to do. You got to try to finish strong.
Mm-hmm.
But make a freaking plan.
Yeah.
Do not just go in like, I'm just going to suffer harder. Like, no, bro. That's not how that works.
Like yesterday, I did it, and I know that I decided to do 3 sets on the 95 thrusters. And I knew that I could have done 2 sets after I was done. And yet again, I had to redo it. I didn't choose to redo it. And today I did 2 sets on the 95, and it just saved about a minute because of the transition time. So,
and you knew that after doing it the first time, you were like, all right, I can suck it up and just do
like
these
it,
in 2
it
sets.
didn't like I yesterday I finished and I just stood up and walked.
Right. That's
I wasn't like dead in the water, and that's why it's like I texted Tristan this morning. I said it's not that bad because it's all lungs really. Like my legs don't really hurt. Like they're very mildly sore. My upper body is mildly sore, but like there's not like compared to the wall ball one, my legs were done.
Oh yeah, my legs were destroyed.
Right, like it's different. It's a little different. It's more like
I mean,
a 5K really hard. I will be out of wind, but like 5 minutes later, I'll be okay.
Yeah. This is it is predominantly cardiovascular.
Mm-hmm.
People will have, like you said, mild soreness.
Yeah.
And I think it is worth if people are trying to optimize a redo to wait until Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then not do anything tomorrow that is like
I'd
max
say resting or
effort.
squatting.
Well, I'm just thinking from the cardiac system to give it a little bit of a down. Like you don't need to do anything tomorrow that is max effort.
Yeah,
like
but don't also
cardiac
go out there
output.
and just do like handstand push-ups.
No, I put for a lot of my one-on-ones on Saturday's piece, I put like RPE 7 cap. On there. Like I want you to get out of breath, but I don't want you just like seeing sounds again.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything? I looked at the standards. I didn't notice anything that was super crazy.
Just you can't have any assistance loading the bar.
Yeah, I can't have any assistance loading the bar. You have to jump. You have to jump over the bar. Not a 2-foot takeoff, but both feet must be in the air.
That's just a request on my end. Just make sure you lock out your knees on the clean. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that.
I mean, we're going to see a lot of atrocious movement in this workout.
Yeah. Also, one thing that might come a little tricky is if you're slowing down the last rep of burpee and you like fully stand up and you're like going into the clean, so you dread yourself and step over the bar, don't do that. That's I no rep somebody for that today.
Yep.
So it's just one of those like involuntary things that, or you don't think about it.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun one.
It's fitness.
Again, I don't hate it.
I just hate that we're squatting in. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could have not.
Yeah, but look, there's other things we could have done.
But I'm also not surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, I had people ask me that this week. They were like, "Do you think we squat again?" And I was like, "I won't be surprised if we do."
Yeah, if I would say if it were me, we wouldn't. But it's not like a crime.
There is more hinging in the workout.
Yeah.
But cool. Well, with that, good luck on 26.3, everybody, and we will see y'all on the leaderboard.
Yes, sir.